wanted to continue our discussion on priorities. We were talking about prioritizing your marriage above your children, even above family, friends, and your in-laws, even your natural family. And it's so important to make sure that you consider your marriage and consider your spouse even before all of these other entities or individuals, because after all of that is said and done, when children have grown up and they've gotten married and they've gone off away and you're home left alone with your spouse, you want to have a thriving relationship. You don't want to have your marriage have been put on hold for 18 years or beyond just because you have to focus on the children. Now, the other thing that I don't know that we even mentioned, but rearing the children together is another way that we can prioritize. Is that when we raise them and we're on one accord, we're consulting with one another, because children have an innate knack to be able to play the parents against one another. One child may come to you and say, can they have such and such, and you've already said, and then they try to pull mom into it, and mom is none the wiser and saying, yeah, next thing you know, the child has the thing that you said they couldn't have, and then create confusion and conflict between the parents, because we're like, why would you not consult me, or why, you know what I mean? All of that can come out of there. I didn't want to really go too much deeper into the children aspect, but I do want us to talk a little bit about prioritizing sex.
Okay.
Prioritizing making love. We know that when you're married, you're supposed to be making love. You're supposed to be having sex, and you're supposed to be having plenty of it. And we know wives, you know, we have a whole monthly menstruation situation that happens pretty much every month, unless you've been able to graduate to the elite womanhood where you don't have those issues anymore. But for those who are still dealing with the curse, you know, there is a monthly flow that impedes sometimes your ability to make love with your spouse. So there's like this 7-day maybe window that it seems like maybe you're not having sex or whatever. And then if you have any other issues, headaches, infections, and all of these such sicknesses, it seems like it's pulling away at the 30 days that you were allotted. And so how do you prioritize sex? You know, how do you prioritize making love and spending time? I would say one thing, before you even make love, there's this process that happens before you ever even get to the bedroom. You're like, what is that process?
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah.
What is that process? The process is talking to one another, communicating with one another, connecting with one another.
We connected already.
Yeah.
When we got married, we got connected.
Connecting, but those are some powerful ways to be able to prepare your mind and your body for the bed chambers. Now, what are you grimacing about?
I'm not grimacing. I'm listening.
What are you saying?
I'm listening. I'm not saying anything.
I know. So what are you saying?
All I'm saying is that, yeah, I understand connection and communication and you know, the pre-game activity and all that stuff to, you know, to get you in the mood and stuff like that. Not even the foreplay. I'm talking about just throughout the day, the text and you know, sending letters or saying something. I get all that, but I don't think that has to occur for the love-making sessions to happen, you know, and I think that's more of an emotional thing for women. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, maybe some men need, you know, to, you know, will say, hey, you didn't talk to me this morning, so you're not getting no cookies tonight or whatever. You know, I'm not going to, you know, say that per se, you know. You know, not that, you know, and it's not that I'll, you know, like just get right down to it, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But, you know, I just don't think it has to be that deep. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know, and we could differ on that, you know, because that's a conversation that married couples need to have. Is what do you like to have happen before you actually make love? And there is a benefit, you know, to what they say, making love to the brain, you know, or to the mind before you make love in the bed. but I do agree that there should already be a connection. It shouldn't be like you're disconnected and all of a sudden here, boom, you're trying to have sex. But it should be an ongoing thing. But there is a benefit to, making sure that you're staying in the game together, and that you are prioritizing having sex. Some people like to schedule sex on the calendar, and they find that to be a benefit. We've not ever found that to be a benefit for us. Terrence says our schedules are so busy, and that would be another plug for having a calendar schedule of sex. But we just kind of have settled into I can't even say a routine. It occurs when it does, and we're ready and we know it. So it's not like you got me tonight, or I got, we're not even really having to do a whole lot of conversations about it. I'll say this, you're married, making love should just automatically be a priority. It's something you already know. So you didn't get ice cream last night, but you bought a gallon of it. At some point, you're going to get to that ice cream because it's yours and you want it. No?
Yeah, that's cool, but I like to liken it as two cars.
Okay.
And right now, my car is on half tank.
Okay.
So I'm good. I can go another couple of miles, tomorrow. No need any gas. But soon I'm going to need some gas. And I'm going to need to fill up. You know what I'm saying? Now, you may be an economy car.
Okay.
You can go for days, weeks, without filling up. I may be an SUV where it drinks gas, and I need to. You got to fill up. You got to fill up twice a day, 3 times a day sometimes.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you fill up when you need to fill up.
Yeah, I get that. I like that.
You take the gas pump. Hey, Lord, put it in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Come on now.
You're silly. You're silly. But I do like the analogy of filling up.
And then you pay for the gas.
You pay, well, how you paying for
Hey.
You're so silly. You're silly. But I do like that because that does kind of give a good depiction of how we actually move. It's not. I mean, if he's low and I'm not aware that he's low, he'll let me know. And he doesn't let me know by, well, he might say something, be like, hey. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad, I got you. We might do some banter like that, but usually as an overview or an overarching theme, sex should be on the menu when you get in the bed.